Agenda 2050, a plan aimed at increasing real GDP growth by 7%, creating 165 million jobs, and reducing the number of Nigerians living in poverty to 2.1 million in 2050. That is from the 83 million estimated in 2020. The launch took place shortly before the commencement of this week's Federal Executive Council meeting at the council chambers of the presidential villa in Abuja. It comes about 7 weeks after FEC approved the policy document on March 15 and nearly 3 months after the National Economic Council endorsed the agenda. President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, has hailed Nigerian journalists on the occasion of the World Press Freedom Day. Lawan, in a statement in Abuja by his special advisor on media, Ola Awoni, said journalists had made immense contributions to the socio-political and economic development of Nigeria. Newsman Nigeria reports that the United Nations General Assembly declared May 3 to be World Press Freedom Day. Federal government has debunked claims that the Nigerian embassy in Khartoum in Sudan refused to evacuate Igbo residents in Sudan. A Nigerian in a viral video has alleged that Igbos were asked to alight from the flight for Nigerians of other extractions to enter the plane for evacuation. Spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Francesca Omayili, said it has investigated the allegation and the report was false. Omayili urged the general public to disregard the allegation, adding that Igbos were among the first batch of 637 Nigerians evacuated to Aswan border in Egypt. Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has issued a warning to all illegal occupants of airport lands to vacate the premises for their own safety and security. In a statement, the General Manager of Corporate Affairs, Faithful Hope Ibais, said the 13 houses recently demolished posed dangers to the operators of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos State. Hope Ibaz further explained that the area of land currently housing the airport was acquired for public use by the federal government through the Land Acquisition Ordinance by the Government of Official Gazette in 1944, 1972, and 1975, respectively. She noted that FAN noticed some encroachments within its acquired land, and a committee was set up to investigate and to advise those encroaching to cease and desist from such actions. And that happened in the year 2000. Federal government has signed a memorandum of understanding with a cross-Atlantic Development United Kingdom to develop and establish a science technology park as well as a science museum at Sheda Science and Technology Complex in Abuja. Representing the federal government, the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, Senator Adeleke Mamora, in his address after signing the MOU in Abuja, said the partnership was initiated through the Public-Private Partnership Initiative, with AAD pledging to provide the required funding for the development of the Science and Technology Park. Mamora, who stated that the ministry started promoting the establishment of science and technology parks in Nigeria in 2006, revealed that after conducting a nationwide survey to identify the science, engineering, technology, and innovation landscape of the country, it was imperative to take things a step further, and 6 science parks were initially proposed. He noted that the focus was later shifted to the establishment of a model science college and also a technology park at the complex, where 79.5 hectares of land was provided.
Let me reiterate the resolve of President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration to promote the evolution of innovative technologies that will help reduce import dependence, enhance local content, and strengthen self-sufficiency in our productive capacities. The Buhari administration is desirous of creating jobs, reducing poverty, and strengthening the nation's economy. This is demonstrated by the Presidential Executive Order 5, which seeks to promote Nigerian content in contracts, science, engineering, and technology. Let me assure you that as a people, we have put our hands on the plow regarding this project, and there can be no looking back. It is important to say that cross-Atlantic development has indicated readiness to inject the much-needed expertise and funds required for the development of the Chesco Science and Technology Park in partnership with our ministry and other critical stakeholders in the science, technology, and innovation ecosystem. Let me at this juncture state that there is a need to do more in the area of science, technology, and innovation in the country.
The CEO, Atlas Across Atlantic Development, Dr. David Apollos, who disclosed that the Science Park is a multi-million-dollar project that will move the country forward through STI, revealed that it had obtained 90% of the project fund, with the European Union providing over 70% of the fund so far. The establishment of a science and technology park and science museum in Abuja will go a long way in providing the platform for innovation and knowledge-based institutions, thereby increasing the wealth of its immediate community and the country at large. National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has announced an online test for all qualified applicants who successfully submitted the applications in the Superintendent cadre for both professional and general duties for its 2023 recruitment exercise. The spokesman for the NDLEA, Femi Babafemi, made this known in a statement. He noted that all applicants can access their assessment platform, which can be open from Monday, May 8, until Wednesday, May 10, 2023. Babafemi further noted that all qualified applicants are to check their email boxes or spam folders starting today, Wednesday, 3rd of May, for their notification and further instructions on how to participate in the online assessment test. The Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has directed State Commissioners of Police to tidy up their case files on electoral offenders in the 2023 elections for onward submission to INEC for prosecution. The IG, represented by the Commissioner of Police in charge of election planning, monitoring and evaluation, Basili Degu, stated this in Abuja during a one-day conference on political parties' 2023 elections and the future of democracy in Nigeria, organized by the National Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies in Kuru, Jos, with support from the European Union. According to him, while case files of electoral offenders would be handed over to INEC, the police are already prosecuting those who committed other offenses on election day. Minister of Interior Rauf Aregbesola disclosed that few corrupt officials are undermining efforts of the Nigeria Immigration Service at sanitizing process and bringing integrity to passport application. Aregbesola made this known in Oyo Town while inaugurating the NIS passports at the front office in the town. The minister explained that one of the challenges facing NIS as regards to passport application are the few corrupt officials of the service, adding that NIS did not at any given time experience shortage of passport booklets, saying it is an excuse by few corrupt officials of the service to extort applicants. National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, says the locally produced Indomie instant noodles in Nigeria are safe for consumption. refuting reports making the rounds online that it has banned the locally produced Indomie instant noodles. The regulatory body said on Monday through its Director General, Professor Mojishola Adeyeye, said Taiwan and Malaysian noodles have nothing to do with local producers. The statement offers assurance to consumers who have been exposed to a series of misleading publications that the product was banned by the regulator. The flood of local publication came after the alleged detection of a cancer-causing substance in Indomie's special chicken flavor in Taiwan and in Malaysia by health officials in both countries. Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has granted the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria leave to serve writ of summons on Meta platform, social media giant, and owners of Facebook. The court gave the permission in pursuant to an application by Arcon in a pending 30 billion naira suit against social media giant for violation of the extant advertising laws in Nigeria. The writ is to be served at the United States corporate headquarters of Meta, which also owns Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp social media platforms. The World Health Organization has disclosed that 557 confirmed cases of diphtheria has been detected across 21 states of Nigeria since the beginning of 2023. According to WHO, the death toll has also risen to 73 with a case fatality ratio of 13%. It explained that diphtheria is a highly contagious vaccine-preventable disease that spreads between people, mainly by direct contact or through the air, via respiratory droplets, adding that the disease can affect all age groups. And that's about the size of the news tonight. But before we go, a recap of the highlights. Senate President has hailed Nigerian journalists on World Press Freedom Day celebration. NDLEA has also announced online tests for applicants qualified for recruitment exercise. And that's Citizen FM News at 6. It's edited by Lawrence Moite. To listen to us online, please visit citizenfm.ng. I am Didiano. To stay with us. Super Citizen at Sunset continues in a bit.
Looking for the best in news update?
Yeah, man.
Listen to Citizen FM 93.7 Abuja.
Now listen.
News on the hour, 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., and 11 a.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. News at noon, 12 noon,